continues tonight in James City County. That's where tonight's storm sent a tree into a house. The area spent time under a tornado warning.
This is on Arthur Hills Drive, a bit north of Lightfoot. And 10 on your side's Brett Hall joins us there now. Brett, what kind of damage are you seeing?
Well, we're seeing what looks like it would be supposed to be in a lumber yard, and it's out here right in the middle of the neighborhood, and it has affected greatly one of the homes out here, and the wind is continuing to howl, and the rain is continuing to come down, and there's a house that is getting water in it because there's damage to the roof. Look at this video that we shot a little bit earlier of a roof. It is completely penetrated through there. There is a porch or deck that is no longer intact. The trees, 3 or 4 of them it appeared to be, went right through it, tall pine trees. When winds came through here during the 7 o'clock hour, according to neighbors, and I mean, these trees just bit the dust. Now, neighbors say they are really hoping that this doesn't get any worse because the ground is now being saturated. They'll never forget what they heard.
It was just like a freight train coming right through the house. I mean, seriously, it was right through the house and things were hitting the house, and I don't know how much damage I got, but theirs is a pretty big loss.
And back out here live, there is going to be more damage assessment when light comes up. Neighbors say they're not even sure if they've seen additional damage, as you heard from that person. And we know there is some additional damage a few neighborhoods up in this area, and that's where 10 on your side's Laura Queso is right now. Laura.
Yeah, and Brett, and you talked about that sound of the freight train. Well, I'm not too far from you. I'm at the Villages at Candle Station, and neighbors here telling me they heard that same exact sound. A woman living at a home here says around 7:20, she heard that same exact sound. Before she knew it, she had shingles coming down. She had a window smashed and 2 cars as well with damage. So I'm with photojournalist Chris Omahan tonight, and I just want to show you some of this damage here. This is at that same house, and you can see that the fencing is gone. This couple tells me they lived here for about 2 months, and after that quick 7 seconds, the fencing to their backyard is gone. There's actually debris all over the street. And Chris, if I can have you pan across the street here, check this out, guys. This is a home clearly that was under construction. You can see the wall, which is the garage, is coming off, and you know, this wind comes and goes. When the wind gusts really start, you can really hear the sound of this open garage. And then if you look to the left of it, all this wood, I'm told that that was actually in a pile. Now it's just kind of thrown about, and what we're seeing across this street is really just a lot of debris thrown about here. But the good news is that I'm told that no one was injured. And if there is a silver lining here, there's people that have come up to us and said, hey, is everything okay? Someone from the subway down the street just came up and asked the same thing. So people are looking out for one another. Coming up at 11:30, we're gonna go to the front of this house because you will want to see the awning to this house. It's completely thrown off. I'll show you that coming up at 11:30. But for now, I'm live in James City County. Laura Queso, 10 on your side.
Thank you, Laura. We're happy everyone's okay there. We're keeping an eye on conditions south side, too. 10 on your side, Andy Fox joins us from the ocean front.
Story of what's to come. Andy, how are things looking in Virginia Beach?
Well, Tom and Anita, it's been kind of a weird night here in Virginia Beach. We haven't had the rain and the wind that we have certainly seen on the peninsula that you have just seen in those other reports. The tide right now is a little bit out, and the bottom line is Virginia Beach has been spared most of the rain and wind, but we did have gusty winds at times. Take a look at this. Driving wind and rain, you can actually see under the lights along Atlantic Avenue. The city put out advisories of roads in the southern part of the city that had a lot of water on them. Some roads closed, low-lying areas could experience flooding. We found folks who came out to the boardwalk to take in the gusty winds and the rain.
I grew up with some hurricanes on Cape Cod, and I just wanted to feel the wind in my face. I'm actually glad it stopped raining because it was nice for a bit.
We're studying hurricanes and tornadoes and like cold fronts, warm fronts, high pressure, low pressure. What is it?
Is that why you came out here today?
Yeah, I wanted to see what the storm's doing today.
Yeah, isn't Kylie precious? I mean, she's studying weather, and this is a perfect time to come out and see the weather. Now, What happens now? We aren't exactly 100% sure, but we are expecting more rain, and we are expecting really strong winds around midnight, sometime between midnight and 1. We're out here, and we'll have another update for you coming up at 11:30. But that's the latest from the ocean front. I'm Andy Fox, 10 on your side.